Hey, Rainy Joe here, and welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to be checking out the brand new Mike LP, Showbiz. Now, if you were unaware of who Mike is, he is an incredible underground rapper and producer who has released a plethora of incredible LPs, both collaborative and solo, over the last decade or so, actually a little over a decade now. But just in the past few years, we have seen him release about, on average, I believe 2 albums a year, both solo and collaborative. For example, last year we got the record Pinball, which was a collaborative LP with Tony Seltzer. And it seems this year we are getting a second record from them in the effort of Pinball 2. And Mike has also been teasing another collaborative effort this year in the form of a mixtape with Surf Gang. But that's not what we're covering today. We're not covering Pinball. We're not covering that unreleased mixtape, obviously. Today we are covering his solo effort in the form of Showbiz, which, for me, the best Mike album I have heard, and the one that I really come back to the most, is his last solo LP, that of course being Burning Desire. An incredible 50-minute LP that seems to really delve into a very kind of disturbed, almost supernatural soundscape that is beautifully penned, as always, from Mike, who is one of the best lyricists in the underground right now, if not the best, to be completely honest with you. But without further ado, we got Showbiz, which I am very excited to hear. It's 24 tracks, 47 minutes, meaning most of these tracks are averaging about 2 minutes a piece. If I'm not mistaken, most of these are produced from Mike under the alias DJ Black Power. So, you know, incredible producer, loved what he did throughout Burning Desire. And even though there was a couple of other producers on that one, for the most part, it was a full Mike produced project. And this seems to be in the same vein. Anyway, I'm going to quit my yapping. Let's get into Bear Trap, the opening track here. Let's go.
Dreams of getting rich, I was poured in. Nowadays, I don't pray for shit, but for more strength. I know you waiting on me, twin. I keep a sword chest, a model ways to tell you what it is, I had to forget.
So, just like beautifully melancholic, really great down-tempo beat, as expected.
No remorse left, but I guess you bound to hate the shit that you was force-fed and torment. Sleep and smoke, I try and get
such a nonchalant delivery.
It's freezing cold, by the chase this liquor with a slow jam. The dreams of getting rich, I wasn't poured in. Nowadays, I don't pray for shit, but for more strength.
My future is music, I like music.
Great lyricism, and I think his delivery, it's not for everyone. I've, seen some people online kind of disregard his sleepy delivery in much in the same way that people disregard Earl Sweatshirt, who has a similar kind of flow. But I think, if you can get into this very droll, kind of nonchalant, almost, uncaring attitude, Mike is certainly up there as one of the greatest in terms of that flow. It just kind of rolls off his tongue. Everything feels very casual.
I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep on with music because I like music.
You seem to be quite hopeful. What do you think the future will be?
And everything. Some of them don't, but that's how it is. Some of your friends are good, some of your friends are bad.
Typically we get like one verse too from Mike. Oh, what was that sample there?
Some of your friends are good, some of your friends are bad. Some of your friends are good, some of your friends are bad.
Why do I recognize? I recognize both samples there. The one there, pretty famous sample I know is used on Blonde. Oh, Just Ice. Yes, You Are the Hip Hop Gangster, which we see sampled quite a bit throughout hip hop, specifically on JPEG Mafia's track OG. That's the one that I remember the most. And that Hey, that sample there, Definitely used on Blonde from Frank Ocean, but a pretty famous sample used in quite a few albums. This track really, despite being only 3 minutes, has evolved quite heavily. Bear Trap, great opener. Let's go into Clown of the Class.
Circling, you feel the thirst. I got flip the page, put a word in it. I'm still a word grown from the trying to match the aims for the services. Still a word, just a different day, different purposes.
Very lo-fi kind of instrumental jazz. As always, a pretty common jazz rap influence on Mike.
Page, put a word in it. You know you really pray.
That one quick, brief. Perhaps about working hard and hard work being rewarded. So let's hear Then We Could Be Free is the name of this track here.
If I could change, I'd be free on the slave ship. I'd rather feel the waves of the sea.
If I could change, I'd be free on a slave ship. I'd rather feel the waves of the sea. Wow. What a bar. Seems kind of contradictory. Not sure too what to make of it. But again, very clever kind of double meanings, as expected. And very casually delivered.
I'm learning about restraint and release. Look at shit you can't replace for the cheese.
Oh, I like this sample. His lyricism, his bars, his cadence. I gotta say, when it comes down to it, Mike is a really difficult artist to decipher as it comes at you. So I am gonna try my best to kind of make out what he's saying. But he has a very rapid delivery, complex lyricism. But when it comes down to it, I do think his production is what is most instantly gratifying to myself. Not disregarding his lyrics. I'm just saying the dude spits bars at you. And 90% of it is like pure genius that you have to kind of decipher on multiple listenings. But here's Watered Down. I like that gentle click we get. It's not there anymore.
Since it's fortune, now my DM's getting more explicit. Come toward the town.
See, lyrics like that I can easily decipher. Since it's fortune now, my DM getting more explicit, suggesting that now that the man's making money, making moolah, he's got more women coming his way.
They talking now, I see him, they don't want with me. We just ordered around this clink and got me shorty kidding. Keep pouring pounds.
Having a good time here with Mike.
Maybe all I proud. Can't bar the crowd. Can't bargain with me. Your shit watered down. Now it's harsh. Watered down.
Again, a very casual kind of flexing here Mike is doing, but in a way that is very clever and abstract. Your shit is watered down. Mine, it's harsh to sip it.
All the crib. Can't bar the crowns, yeah. You can't bargain with me. Look down. Mine's hard to sip it. Watered down.
Essentially saying your music is too diluted in comparison to his dense words.
Your shit watered down.
It's not to put on a show. I'm not a stunt man.
Oh,
I'm not a.
love that one. Great production. A lot of the samples are very kind of 90s, 2000s based.
Whatever I do, it's got something to do with my job and meeting my deadline.
And it has like a slight kind of 80s, 90s flair to the production.
I was showing off.
Hey, what's the word?
I'd go as far to say that
My bad playing hands on that.
a lot of the DNA in his music is very vaporwave.
Nerd, I'm just used to trying to dance and just learn quicker. Shout out now, hands on that nerd, nigga. I'm just used to trying to dance and just learn quicker. Shout out now, that's for sure.
Such a mumbly flow.
I get it out the damn.
You either love it or hate it.
I was never about to saying I'm a curb kicker. I'm first kicker.
Oh, beautiful sample here. feel like we're floating with it. Very dreamy. Great track. Let's go into Artist of the Century. I love this flute sample.
You gotta be, probably above me, proud of me, work against the odds and the ugliest comedy.
What is this? This beat, this sample.
Working out the 5, not sublease, bottom feet, growing out of poverty.
My man is doing some great digging with these samples for sure. I've never heard such a sample such as this one. It feels lo-fi, it feels a little ancient. Watch me something incredibly popular.
Nowadays, honestly, a dungeon boggle me. Turn another out into a custody apology. Trying to free the colony like Tubman debauch.
Oh.
Patient suffering.
Oh, that sample just let it soar a little bit there.
And attempting to treat the condition by working on Sunday afternoons in order to avoid confronting conditions.
Love this static of the vinyl as well.
Prognosis.
Doctor service. My name is...
The sax. So ethereal, dreamy. Really get lost in it. Hypnotic. Great track, honestly. Incredible production. Let's go into What You Boutta Do. A Star Was Born, featuring 454.
You know it ain't no person I can get around. I be cool with the merchants, got better loud. What I do to get your sturdiness instead of doubt.
Pretty heavy drum beat on this one, which is rare for a mic track, I feel like.
Two would think you heard it from a better vouch. I got business to repair, I nearly drowned. Twitching on the pair, canary sound.
Love that little twitch of the line as well.
Canary style. Why this mission never cleared my mind? Waiting for the shoes with my jelly line.
They say the hood don't love you back till you gone, and that's a fact, but it's wrong.
Here's 454.
Drop your name in a song. Wash my hands from all the times I put my enemies on, but I was sharp as a horn. Was in my ways like I gotta perform. Some love to hate, but they not really informed. I got the patience.
I love the backing track that he does, the backing vocal on the end of each line. Adds a nice emphasis. Solid track. Let's go into Belly 1.
Should be cool, but it never deter. I ain't too expect you to hurt.
Surf Gang mentioned teasing that mixtape.
My shoes in the enemy's turd. They don't do it essential as early. Come out soon with a reference disturbing. 22, I was deaf my concern. How I move with my bread, how I earned it. A recluse.
Really ominous instrumental in this one.
Discernment. I got too much of that bread on my purse. I got screws, regrets, I ain't perfect. I ain't loose from my lesson, I'm stern. And there's two for breakfast this verse.
Very eerie.
I ain't new to this perk. How you blew, you never deserve me. Got my shoes in the enemy's turf. They don't do shit.
I like that high-pitched click. We've heard it multiple times throughout the album. I feel like it's adding a nice kind of uniform identity to these tracks. Kind of connecting them. It's got to be produced by Surf Gang, perhaps. Let's go into Day Rock. The Rock? Wait.
Purchase your tracks today.
That's hilarious. I love the little intentional. It's got to be for humorous effects, but that like watermark effect. Really great kind of like trap influence on this one. But again, with its own kind of abstract flair to it.
It's just greatness, bro. You can't tell me otherwise. Greatness. Can't wait for Showbiz. Shout out to Mike, bro. I love Mike. I'll forever love Mike. Full glaze. I don't care. I don't care if I'm glazing. I'm glazing, bro. I even shed a tear.
Don't know who that is, but shout out who that is. Praising the mic. Here's The Weight 2K20. Not much to say about Rock, just a solid track overall. Honestly, I feel like
I just keep on prowling out this pack, I'm polluting it. I can see it clear every match of my foolishness. I can see a mirror off this gas so loose and I can be the bearer of this angst of I'm losing.
The weight, what is it? The instrumental being so heavy and disturbed, is that the weight we're feeling? Because goddamn, this thing is
Can't even answer the answers I'm Googling. How I lost a parent, a pack of commuter with mother and it.
heavy. The instrumental, disturbed, weird, very grotesque.
Yeah, I just asked for my stewardess. Brothers take the hair, I'll be asking for food and shit. May just take the shit for the fact that I
Like
do
some
this.
free jazz or something.
I'll be out with the music till praise disappear cause all the bad shit I do. And then what happened to you and then struggle with the shade and the passive abuse.
Ooh. Love the kind of like anger we're getting in Mike's delivery here. Blank love to say they about the action, then prove it then. Love saying, damn, what happened to you and them. I struggle with the shade and the passive abusiveness. I love the just delivery of that bar. Feels very kind of like fuck around, find out type behavior. Even his delivery feels like he's throwing in the towel. He doesn't even care anymore. More so than usual.
Now, I'll give you an example. Some of the cats came out big before I came out. Biggie's first film.
Ooh.
Hunger all up in his voice. Or Big Pun for that matter. Another example.
Huge fan of Big Pun, by the way. Shout out Big Pun, Capital Punishment. One of the best rap albums, hip hop albums of all time. Big Pun, gone too soon.
Cut after cut. And these cats were not small to begin with. When they blew up, they blew up. Because they were staying constant.
Mike's got that hunger in this track, I'll say that.
Hunger may be the key to breakout success.
Let's go into Lost Scribe. Right off the bat, this beautiful instrumental.
Like I'm sure it was mine. Being tight, long breath, pair of specs while I'm throwing the dice. Big.
Really love this verse. Again, kind of off the last track here, delivering on that hunger. Let's go. You're the only one watching. Is this one here? Ooh.
Through the midlight blues for winners mispriced. It ain't safe the way we going, just a pit dive. When I pray for God's and the tick ride. When I pray to
Shout out Gaza, by the way.
I know she miss Mike. She my angel, know I got her on the flip side.
Free Palestine.
I God thank you.
Love these kind of classic chipmunk kind of deliveries of these samples.
May God bless you. Have a perfect sleep. I pray for you, my son. May you are blessed in the name of Jesus. Love you so much.
What a sweet, beautiful outro. I think that's his mother here on the mic. Blessing the mic. Blessing the mic quite literally. Didn't even think about that. Here's Lucky. Again, very hard to commentate on a lot of this album as it flies by with such ease. Most of these tracks, again, a minute and a half, 2 minutes in length, and Mike's bars, very dense in delivery.
While you have it, you should cherish that. You won't
That's
get
true.
it back. Why these niggas think we sharing paths? Bruh, it make me laugh. I be geeking, I be clearly smacked. But I never lack. I got demons taking care of that.
Oh.
But it's never that. Couple niggas making barrel
Those are some
rap,
heavy
but they
drums
never
coming
rap.
in.
How they speak, they be apparent black, but they never black.
But also washed out.
In my era lags, when we fear the past, I'm like Peter, I drew barren lad. Any man on the dream, I want every bag. I got every pass in these streets, I don't wear a flag. I just share hands, spread my wings. You
Ooh.
won't dare to dance, you won't hear it.
Spread My Wings, perhaps a reference to the track off of Burning Desire with Mr. Earl Sweatshirt. A great track that samples quite heavily some strings. Beautiful. one that is.
Damn, just a scream, get my parents thanks. I'm not any man, I'm a dream. At what area? Get my parents thanks. I'm not any man, I'm the.
Oh, such a dense production too. This multiple vocal samples chopped up, manipulated. And even this drum feels out of place. Wow, we're stripping it back. Where are we going with this? A very cloudy production. Oh my goodness. Let's go into number 82. Don't cry, I ain't bringing umbrella. Hilarious bar. Those thunder effects as well. Love this wavering direction this instrumental. Let's go into Too Hot. Not much to say about that one. Just you know, a standard great track among many. This one, just an interlude, 53 seconds. Again, adding to an atmosphere that is disturbed, tortured, but even quite beautiful and ethereal. Let's go into Pieces of a Dream. Hypnotic instrumental. Oh. Kind of a dub sound on this one, like a classic reggae dub sound. Especially in that bass, which is so heavy and buried in the mix. Oh, I love that. And that main sample. This instrumental's gorgeous. Some classic dub sounds. Love it. Huge dub fan myself. Really great track. Incredible kind of reggae dub influence on it. Oh. Let's go into... Oh man, Piece of the Dream might be my favorite on the LP so far. Here's Strange Feeling. Starting off quite aggressive. Oh. Sing it, Mike.
I gotta get up with you for the month go. My cup hold, I'm tired reminiscing, being unknown. Can trust those. She's trying to find a prince for her Rapunzel. Tough road to fly again, bigger in my luck, bro.
Can't trust those. She's trying to find a prince for her Rapunzel.
None gone. Might just make a wish, a buttercup, go to jump rope. A life I'm trying to skip, I gotta jump more.
The jump rope of life I'm trying to skip, I gotta jump more. Maybe talk about achieving that fame, that level of success, never able to obtain it, just out of reach. Not too sure. Oh, it's getting even more distorted. Beautiful sample.
This classic zombie was very much a living human who, through drugs, religious ceremonies, and behavioral manipulation, were convinced.
Let's go to zombie part 2.
Behavioral manipulation were convinced that they were dead and that their soul had been taken from them.
Maybe Mike feeling like a zombie.
Got to thinking, am I alive? Am I shrinking, looking at the sky?
Emotionless, depressed.
Couldn't see signs every weekend, even on the clock. When I'm
Love
dreaming, shit don't ever stop.
the rapid urgency of this instrumental.
Keep repeating,
But
waking
Mike
in the
just
swamp,
kind of
sleeping,
faded.
heavy breathing, all I ever got. From the speaking, why I rather jog, rather keep it a ceases. Tired of achieving, it's up to the God.
Leaving it up to,
Preaching love for a lot.
I think, a track. Oh, I think a track where Mike is maybe looking at his fame, his success, and still feeling like it is just out of reach. Perhaps here feeling like he is kind of hopeless, throwing in the towel, and leaving it up to God. If that's what I'm gathering, I'm not too sure. But either way, I do love everything about that track. So far, LP has been pretty solid. Exactly what I expect from Mike at this point. No surprises, but just as sharp as ever, just as instrumentally and productionally gorgeous as ever. Let's go into Burning House. And very distinct sort of focus on each track in terms of the instrumentals. These sirens ringing out. Very J Dilla-esque.
Everybody want a piece, nobody trying to feed. I step hollow on the street, cause death follow me. You get back howling for my queen, she left loud of scream. The rest doubted on the scheme, regret by
I like the
neglect found inside our teens.
something about the jazzy element of this song.
Reflect power and wild being with dead flowers lean. Respect about
Maybe like a classic Japanese soul track. That's what it feels like, at least. It certainly has like a Japanese influence on it. Oh, complete shift here.
Now was supposed to make us think how did what did
This will make me sleepy. It is faltering in its sound. Love that shimmering up. Love how much this one has completely shifted in tone from that first half. Mike really giving into a dangerous mindset of depression and drinking. Love that one. Let's go to Showbiz. Title track, intro track, it says. Good 20 or so tracks deep.
Feeling heavy, gotta smoke quickly. Zombie man feel like low shimmy. Who gonna check me? Never know.
Getting a bit more rapid in his delivery here.
They respect me in the whole city, even west, every coast with me. You gon' check and getting no entry, getting cheddar, it be more envy. Michael Jordan in the post, Wemby, gotta grind, gotta go get it.
He's getting quite hungry, quite clear in his delivery here.
1,000 miles, got a road fetish. Biggest side, let bro tell it. In the style, get so hellish. It won't stop, twin won't let it. Locked in, I was so desperate.
He is locked in here.
No Ozempic, it was dough stretcher. Ripping hinges off the dough edges. Niggas sissy, only told Reddit. Shit get fishy, get your nose wetted. You on stizzy, shit, I smoke pressure. 10 kizzy, it get no better. Niggas with me.
He's been keeping this rhyme scheme pretty much constantly throughout. like this first section always rhyming with the next first section, the next bar rhyming with the next bar. This kind of broken up sort of delivery.
In this my show, I have tried as much as possible to bring quality.
Let's go into Spun Out. Love that last track. Easily the clearest, most hungry we've heard Mike on the LP. Shaking his depression on it, perhaps. Very ominous, this one. Not too much to say about it. Bit of a more Eastern, I want to say, influence throughout this record. Comes through on the sound. Let's go into Miss You, featuring Dwindita.
Well, you know me in the late show.
Sure do.
Oh, love that fading of the rain for this dreamy, sweet melody. Oh, that bass line. I guess this is Dwindita singing. Beautiful vocalist. Very airy kind of performance to match this. Just sweet, down tempo. Let's go to When It Rains.
I'm saying, but right now, look, my nigga, he about to play some exclusive shit. So back the fuck up our face if you ain't talking about no cheese.
That it does. From the Slums, perhaps referencing his rap collective Slums.
Get him, you know that I got it. You get him, you know I'm away. Think I'm gifted with vultures around me.
I like the heaviness of this one.
I be chilling out, chilling, something, spending a party. Too much time and shit that scar me. Something fun, live for the Barbie.
I don't know if this is what I'd call fun either, Mike. Certainly more up tempo, more upbeat, but not a party track, that's for sure. This is her jam. Let's go into Diamond Dancing Broke, the final track here. Gonna end on a high note. For some synths. Some low bit synths. This delivery is so washed out, almost unaudible. Very heavy sounding track. This is a heavy closer. Just very dreamlike, tortured sounding. That was a heavy, depressing sounding track. Those lyrics too, really hitting hard. Some things I wish I never changed, but if it never changed, it's broke. Ain't much I felt today, but love and selfish waves at most. Whew. What a. And there's that click that we hear throughout the LP too to close it out, which kind of keeps things a little bit more uniform. But that does it for Showbiz by Mike, legendary underground rapper producer, who I believe self-produced the majority of this work, if not all of it. And I gotta say, much in the same vein as Burning Desire, this is an incredibly densely written, well-produced, melancholic LP. Burning Desire, I feel like, had some higher highs for sure, and definitely have a few tracks that I would even argue are, fun and upbeat, especially Zap and African Sex Freak Fantasy. But Showbiz, not exactly the most upbeat of Mike's work. This thing is pretty heavy instrumentally and vocally, performance-wise, lyrically. Mike kind of hits you hard over the head throughout a lot of these tracks, with not a lot of breathing room. The one thing about Mike's work when it comes to his lyrics, like I kind of mentioned earlier, is it is so densely written and so kind of meticulously kind of put together, and also rapid, considering most of these tracks are about 2 minutes in length, that it does take quite a few listens before you could fully kind of grasp what he's even trying to get across at times, which I think really works great for the growth of an album, as albums like Burning Desire and Showbiz here do feel more like growers rather than showers. It's not something that on a first listen you're necessarily going to be blown away by. For example, Burning Desire, the first time I heard that, I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I didn't quite get the strong appeal of Mike right away. But now it is one of my favorite albums of 2023, and I do think it is a very beautifully well-made, kind of disturbed work that feels like you found a lost cassette somewhere and just popped it in and you heard some weird supernatural shit. Showbiz, I've got to say though, I really liked a lot of these tracks. Diamond Dancing really did feel like an incredible, heavy closer, but there are some tracks here that really stood out aside from that closer. Pieces of a Dream felt very dub inspired, some nice classic reggae dub, which I thoroughly enjoyed. You're the Only One Watching was fantastic. Lost Scribe was a beautiful track as well. Artist of the Century, another one that I feel like really stood out to me, especially with that main flute sample. Honestly, it feels like most of this LP is Mike sort of thinking about his fame, his place in the industry, his kind of inability to achieve a mainstream success perhaps, and almost feeling like he is kind of getting quite tired and kind of disillusioned of the whole idea, the whole concept of achieving this fame that he's been sought after. Honestly, it's kind of hard to dissect this record. I don't really know what more to add. I just think it is certainly a must listen if you're interested in the underground rap scene and want to hear something that is pretty distinct, unique, and just overall complex in its delivery. But at the end of the day, the one thing I can say for certain right off the bat is production-wise, this thing is just gorgeous. I feel like any of Mike's production, he has a real knack for capturing a specific sound, atmosphere, and vision that is often heavy, depressing, desolate, but could also have moments of ethereal, heavenly beauty, kind of in a silver lining. So that does it for today's video. If you liked the video, please hit like and subscribe to listen to more albums as they come. Mike has a couple more projects on the way. I will most likely cover them on the channel, even though he is a bit more of a difficult artist to cover. But we also covered recently The Weeknd's new album, Hurry Up Tomorrow, and also we're going to cover a lot more as the year kind of continues. We're also listening to every Pink Floyd album as well as every Bjork album, so go ahead and check out those videos as they come. If you are interested, subscribe. As always, my name is Randy Joe. I appreciate you watching, and I'm signing off.